I think all the live session candidates are present now, but whoever were absent yesterday, two sessions had happened, right? 5:30 one session, 2:15 one session. Totally, only for randomization only, the lecture is for 2 hours 35 minutes almost. Okay, so make sure to watch it and properly understand. And I have posted the document in the Google Classroom. Okay, so you can just download that document. Let me just show that. So in the study material, okay, SV constraints document I have posted, which is simulated already. Okay, so 1 minute. Huh. Okay, so which is already simulated. I have done the simulation and I have posted. I have not posted just like that. Okay, if you understand, well and good. If not, if you want to write some other logic, you guys can write, but end of the day you guys have to practice it. Okay, so everything can't be taught in the live session, right? So whatever the topic is there, we have taught you people. And simulated constraint mainly which are asked in the interview, that might be the fresher interview or that might be the client interview. These constraint you should not miss. Okay, so around so we are having around 45 constraints. Okay, so these are first important. After this, if you still want, I will give some other questions also. Okay, but these 45 questions, each and every question is important for your client interview plus your fresher interview also. Okay, yes, so please do practice that particular document. Okay, yes, so this week my plan is to only complete these these remaining topics. I will immediately start the project. Okay, I think already project okay, SV project we will have a discussion. Okay, so this week how much I get, if you want, I will also allot that extra project. Okay, maybe okay, that we will continue. Okay, so that you know, you will have for your analyze it. Yes, you people have for this particular class. Inside the class I have not written parameter. For the class, inside the class argument list itself I have written parameter, and this is how you people are supposed to declare the parameter. It's not like in Verilog what we used to do, module end module, and we used to write a keyword parameter. Right now here that is not required, but instead of a keyword parameter we are using hash symbol. Okay, hash symbol indicates this particular variable is a constant for this particular class. For example, the size variable value is 8. Okay, here 8 minus 1 is 7. It means that it is 7 down to 0. Okay, that's the meaning over here. Okay, in the module we had used the keyword parameter. Here keyword is not required. Only thing is this symbol we are supposed to use inside the curly brackets, sorry, in the common brackets. Okay, now do if you want to override the parameter, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. In the Verilog we used to go for local param, right? Here it is not required. Okay, see, in Verilog the disadvantage was we have to remember many keywords. Okay, here we do not have to remember any keywords. When you are calling this function, right, then you can immediately change the value. That's it. Okay, if you want to take the same value you can take. No, if you want to override the value you can override. Okay, here it is 8, but when you are calling you are mentioning the value as 16. Okay, which means that 8 got overridden by 16. Okay, and that I'm doing inside the module and module. Okay, so I'm creating the object for two handles. I've created two handles actually for the same class something. I have created two handles. Okay, but when I'm calling, no, I am using different values. Okay, okay, this is I've used the same value, but for this I have overridden the value. Okay, and I'm trying to display, that's it. And what is this dollar bits, I will tell. See, usually, one second. Okay, so here output variable out I want to display. Okay, so what is this out? Is it any output? No, it is just the weightage. Okay, weightage means what is the weightage of output signal, means I want to print the weightage. Okay, means what is how many values out signal can hold. For printing the weightage I will be using dollar bits. Okay, dollar bits is something that it is going to tell the capacity of the variable. Okay, and it is secondary. I'm not using it actually. Still, I'm not using it. 7 down to 0. I am not using that memory actually. But still, I want to print the what is the size of this particular out variable. Okay, then we will be using dollar bits. Okay, so here you can see the first one is 16. Okay, and sorry, first one is first STH1 is 16, STH2 is it is 8 bits. Okay, I'm just telling about the weightage. Okay, so if I write 8, 8 minus 1, 7, 7 down to 0, 0 to 7, it's like that, 8 bits, and here it is 16 bits. Okay, whatever the variable you people are passing, that particular variable I'm trying to get it here, that's it. Okay, so always, and this is a new keyword which you people have not used so far. Okay, dollar bits is something that is going to print the weightage of any variable, any variable so far. So in the dynamic array, associative array also, if you want to use, you can definitely use it. Okay, yes, so that's about the parameter and the parameter overriding. Okay, so in the Verilog, so maybe they may ask you the disadvantage between the Verilog and SV parameter. One second. Okay, so today date is for 16. Okay, so they may ask Verilog and SV parameter difference. Verilog and SV parameters difference they may ask. Okay, make sure to remember in the Verilog what we had a parameter keyword to declare. Okay, here we have a symbol. Okay, in the Verilog we had a, if you want to override, we used to use local param keyword again. Okay, here not required, we can just while calling the class. Okay, when we are calling the class, then itself directly we can change the argument, we can change the argument, that is enough. Okay, we do not even have to remember any keywords like this. Okay, so this is one difference that people are supposed to remember. Okay, so that's about the parameter. Okay, next, so as I told yesterday already, we have discussed about the inheritance, correct? No, same concept, and let me discuss once again. See, we have a class and class, this is a parent class. If you want to create a child class, we will be using the word extends. Okay, so class and class is a parent class, so this is a child class. Okay, now what I told yesterday, whatever the properties and methods I have in the parent class will get automatically inherited to the child class. Okay, this address is not visible to me as a programmer, but it got inherited. Okay, now module and module, so I am using the child class object. See, this is a child class object. Okay, so in after using the child class object, I'm trying to access data as well as address. Is it possible? Yes, definitely it is possible, because this line is encrypted, but it is present here. Practically it is actually present here, correct? So using the child class handle or using the child class object, definitely I can print both address as well as data. I mean to tell, using the child class object, we can print both parent class properties and methods plus child class properties and methods. Okay, so if I run the code, okay, address is 10. Okay, data is 20. So whatever the value we have given, we will be able to get it. Suppose if I print parent class handle. Okay, so for the parent class, if I create a handle and if I print, I will be able to get only parent class properties and methods, because parent, see, my parent will not be having my talents. Getting my point? I may get my parents talent, but my parents will not get my talent, because like in today's world, whatever the AI and whatever the tool is required, I have learned, which they are not aware of. Getting my point? The same way here, parent class will not be able to access child class, but child class is able to access both child class properties and methods plus parent class properties and methods. That's how it goes. Okay, yes, that's about the simple inheritance concept. Okay, so here only one word that you are supposed to use is extend. Extend keyword. Okay, see, sometimes it is also called a subclass. Okay, child class, and what else, derived class. Okay, see, all these are similar words. Derived class, child class, subclass. Okay, so still class, still one more word is there. Derived class, child class. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. Um, okay, so this is sometimes it is also called as master class and slave class. Okay, but rarely that is in the IP level. Okay, let us not discuss that now here. Okay, in the subject wise, these three words are enough. Okay, child class or derived class or subclass. Okay, yes. Can we have multiple child classes for the same parent? Yes, definitely we can have. I mean to tell. So we are having a class and class. Okay, so this is a class and class, which is my parent class. Okay, for this parent class I will write one C1 extends from this class is C. Okay, C end class. Okay, so this is one child class. Okay, so for the same parent, can I have another child? Yes, definitely you can have. C2 class C2 extends from C. This is C, no, extends from C, and I will write end class. Okay, yes, I can definitely have. For a single parent I can have multiple child classes. Okay, this is one scenario. But what is called as multi-level inheritance? Multi-level inheritance means, see, I am having one parent class. Okay, for this I will create one child class one. Again I consider this as a parent and I will create another child class. Okay, now this is a parent and this is a child. Okay, next again I will create one other child class. This time this is a parent and this is a child. So this kind of inheritance is called as multi-level inheritance concept. Okay, see, this is not called multi level because I'm having only one parent class from which I am deriving multiple child classes. Like this is not multi-level. Multi-level means what? There will be one parent class. For that parent, one child class. Again that child class will be the parent. Next will be the another child class. Again this will be the parent. Again next I'll get a child class. This level of inheritance is called as multi-level inheritance concept. Okay, so that with the help example, let us check. Just a moment. So here, okay, so first I have taken one class in class, my first parent class. Okay, what is the name? It is parent trans. Okay, let me make a note here. One second. It is not working. 1 minute. Okay, anyways, it's not working. Okay, 1 second. Okay, what it is? Parent trans. Okay, let me make a note here. Parent trans. Okay, inside this, what properties and methods I have written? I have written data p disp p. Okay, data p disp p. This is the property, this is a method. Okay, so this is my parent class. Fine. Next, so I have written class and class. Okay, so this child class is extended from the parent class, which means what? This is a parent and this is child. The name is child 1 underscore trans. Okay, so this is child 1 underscore trans. Okay, which is derived from this class. Okay, inside this, what properties and methods I have written? I have written data c1 disp c1. Okay, so it is data c1 disp c1. Okay, so this is a parent, this is a child class. Okay, this is a parent and this is a child, in this case parent and child. Okay, now what happens, I will make this as a parent now. Okay, see, the next one, see, child class 2 is extending from, okay, again we are taking parent. Okay, another I will take child 2 trans. Okay, so again from this only I will write another child 2 underscore trans. I have written data c2 disp c2. Okay, two child class I have created for the same parent. Okay, this is also child class, this is also child class. Now I will make this as a parent. Okay, now see here, child a trans extends from the child 1 trans, which means what, now child 1 trans is a parent. Okay, a parent of child a trans, which means what, now this is a parent and I will write child a trans. Okay, and this is a child. Now what properties and methods I have written there, I have written data underscore ca, data underscore disp underscore ca. Okay, data underscore ca, disp underscore ca. See what I'm trying to do, this was a parent first. Okay, so this was a child, correct? Now the child class only I'm making it as parent and I'm creating another child class. This is called as multi-level. Okay, see, this is not multi-level, this three stages is there na, this kind of inheritance is called as multi-level. Okay, next, likewise, even a child b is extending from child a. Okay, again this is parent. Now again for this I have created another child, that is child b. Okay, so in this way we are writing the multi-level inheritance. Okay, now with respect to accessing the child b, okay, the child b can access child class a, child class 1 and also the parent class, but can it access the child 2? No, because this doesn't come under the hierarchy. Okay, see, in this particular what we call hierarchy, the child b can access child a also, child d also, sorry, child 1 also, child 2 also, and sorry, child a, child 1 and parent class, these three hierarchy child b can access, but the other hierarchy it can't access. Okay, so here you can see, using what is this, tb child class b. Okay, the last class, using the last class I am trying to access a parent, child 1, child a, child b. See, child b is its own. Okay, child a is this hierarchy. Okay, child 1 is this hierarchy and the parent is this first hierarchy. Okay, so all this is successful, but if you try to use a child 2, if you try to access child 2 with the help of child b, that is a error. Of course that doesn't come under the hierarchy, so it will not give you the output. Okay, because this belongs to some other hierarchy, this belongs to some other hierarchy. Okay, if a parent is having two a boy child, boy 1 and boy 2. Okay, so his particular hierarchy will be different, his particular hierarchy will be different, right? The same way, this his grandchild will be having a talents of his grandfather, not the another grandfather. Getting my point? Rarely we get, but still. Okay, so this hierarchy is only, the last class will be able to access only the current hierarchy, not the other hierarchy. Okay, so this is one point that you have to remember. So this line if we write here, we get an error. Okay, so let me try to run the loop. Two, 4, 6, 8. Okay, which means what, with the help of a last class I'm able to access all the three classes of an hierarchy. It is not, you should not be in an assumption that okay, child class will be able to access only one level of parent class. No, it is able to access all the levels of parent classes. It's a parent, its parent and its parent, like that. Okay, so it's not like one level, it is able to access all the levels of hierarchy. Okay, now if I use this data c2, okay, so you get the error. Let me show it. Mm, Okay, could not find the member data c2, means for child b data c2 is not visible actually. Okay, so that is a problem that we will face here. Okay, yes. So that's about the multi-level inheritance. In the multi-level inheritance, the interview question is, they will definitely ask you that if you create a four classes like this, okay, will the last class be able to access the parent class, yes or no? Answer will be definitely yes, because few students will be assuming that the child class will be able to access only its a parent class. No, it is not only its a parent class, it's a parent, it's a grandparent, it's a great grandparent also it will be able to access. Okay, so that is about the multi-level inheritance. Actually it is showing me the wrong. One minute, let me close and open. Yes. Okay, so one more is, they will ask you, explain the multi-level inheritance. Explain multi-level inheritance, and can the last last child class will be able to access its great grandparent, yes or no? Okay, yes or no. So this will be one question, like this is one scenario question, like this many questions they may ask related to that accessing only. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to remember about the multi-level inheritance. Okay, yes. So that's about the multi-level thing. Okay, yes. Guess one second, give me some 10 minutes. Okay, I am getting some call. Please take a break of 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, some 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Are you people there? Please respond. Guys, are you people there? Please respond in chat box. Okay, others, please respond soon. Okay, okay. Yes, sorry for the delay. Yeah, so let us continue. I was speaking about what multi-level inheritance. Okay, so that's about multi-level inheritance. Okay, so please, I want everyone to download the live session codes plus practice codes which I have not explained in the session. I have provided that. Right, so even in the previous sessions also I had told only few codes I have provided, remaining codes I will update. Okay, one minute, I will also make a note of that. So today max project I will update, and remaining practice codes I will update. One second. Remaining practice codes and interview questions again I have one document. Okay, yes, I made a note. All these things, once I complete the session, okay, I will update and I will inform in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so only few practice codes I have provided. You people have to download and again you have to practice. Okay, I think these practice codes you have to do it in the Costa Sim. You should do the simulation in the Costa Sim. Do it, and any doubts you guys can get back to me. Okay, so after 17th, I will have one doubt clarification session, one review session. Okay, so from Wednesday we can schedule a sessions for the doubt clarification. Okay, yes. Hmm. Now coming to, okay, we were now we know about the inheritance concept, and I clearly told that parent will not be able to access the child, but a child will be able to access the parent. That is one main point that you people have to make a note. Okay, because now we will face one problem. Because of that rule only, we are going to face one problem. That problem is overriding. Okay, so what happens is, one second. So if I take one example, okay, so class, in class I have written one parent class, I have written one child class. Okay, so here I'm having one same properties. If you observe, see here, data id, here also data id. Okay, here also I'm having a function display, here also I'm having a function display. But according to the concept of inheritance, whatever you write here, that is again pasted here. Correct. So in that way, if you think, data in the child class, data is having two values, id is having two values, display is having two displays. Now when I use the child class method, and when I display, what happens, you tell me? I will get an updated value. I mean, just consider one variable. So it is like this actually, correct? So this is what I have written in the parent class, this is what I have written in the child class. Which one do you think you will get printed? I will get the child class data, which means what? Parent class data is getting overdone by the child class data. Okay, if I run the code, and of course I'm using child class method only. Okay, sorry, child class object only. Okay, child class object I'm using, and with the help of child class only I'm calling. Okay, see, I got 202. 202 is actually the child class data, it is not the parent class data, correct? Suppose imagine you have some different variable here, you have some different variable over here, means both the data you will get. But when you have a same properties, when you have a same methods, in that case what happens is, definitely you're not going to get a all the four values. You will get only the updated value of the child class, and this is called as overriding problem that we will be facing. Okay, now how to eradicate that? Using the super keyword. Okay, 1 minute, there is another one more example, let us see. Before going to super keyword, let us see another example. So class and class, okay, parent class I have taken, one child class I have taken. Okay, here some different variable, here some different variables. In this case, when I use a child class to access both the property, it will get accessed, no problem with this. Getting my point? See, here different variable, if you have different name of properties, if you have, no problem. The problem we will arise only when we have a same name. Okay, so when we run the code, okay, see, I'm getting okay, here I'm printing only data now. Okay, let me also print. Run. Okay, because using the child class object, and I'm calling the display method, correct? No, so here I should write the address also. See, I'm able to get it, correct? The same thing, if I do using the data, that I'll not get. I'll get any one value, that is the updated child value. Okay, see, when I'm having different names, no problem of overriding. Overriding problem will come only when I have a similar names in both child class as well as a parent class. Then which one will be printed? Child class data will be printed. Okay, child class data will override the parent class data. Okay, suppose in case if you people are using parent class object, then parent class data will be printed. Okay, but using parent class you can't access the child class. This again you should remember, as I told. Okay, now let us now understand how we are going to remove this disadvantage. Okay, so we will use one keyword called super. Okay, so I told you people to remember about the this keyword, correct na? This keyword is used to represent the class properties, current class properties, right? The same way super keyword is used to represent the method. Okay, see, here we are having class and class. I have written one method called display. Okay, here I'm having class and class, and here also I'm having a method called display. Okay, see, here I'm trying to display address, here I'm trying to display data. Okay, when using the child class, if you call the display method, which display method you will get? You will get this display method, correct? Which means what? Definitely will be printing only data, you will not get address. Only data you will get, because both the names are similar. Then child class data will get overridden by the parent class data. So if I run the code, I will get only data. See, I'll not get address. See, only data value I have got. But no, I want to get both display function of the parent and display function of the child. Both if I want to get, you should simply write super dot display. This super dot display represents the method of the parent class. Method of parent class. Method of parent class. Okay, so what is the difference between this and super keyword? This represents the properties of the current class. Okay, super represents the method of the parent class. Okay, both are different. This keyword and super keyword, 100% they will ask the difference in the interview. Okay, and one more thing that you have to remember is, this keyword is used only for the property, super keyword is used only for the method. Means suppose if you have address and address, you can't do anything. Okay, overriding definitely it will happen and you can't even avoid it. But method overriding you can avoid it using the word super, because super can't work for property. Super work only for the methods. Okay, so now if I run the code, I will get both address value and data value. See, address value also I got, data value also I got. Okay, so it means that I am trying to indicate that I am trying to tell to the simulator that I'm having another method called display. That display method is actually belonging to the parent class. Okay, so just call that particular parent class inside the child class display method. That's the meaning of super, and it's very 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 important difference, this and super keyword. Okay, so that is your next question. This keyword and super keyword difference. Okay, so this is working only for properties. Okay, properties, and this works only for the methods. Okay, and ma'am, what about the properties overriding? See, properties overriding, it will happen, we can't avoid it. Okay, yes, and this example, okay, along with the code example, you should be able to explain. Super and this keyword also definitely they will ask you the code. Okay, to write down the code. Okay, so make sure to memorize a proper code for this example code you need for this particular concept. Okay, yes. Now, yes. So now very 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 simple keywords. Already we have discussed about both of the keywords in the previous sessions. Scope resolution operator, extern method. Okay. So these both also let me explain in brief again. Okay. See, we have extern keyword. Okay. Why we use that? Well, whatever the methods, if you want to write outside, you can write. Okay. And when you write the methods outside, we also know that when the person is going out of the school, okay, the with the help of the uniform and with the help of id card we will recognize, that is called scope resolution operator. Means the simulator should understand this method is belonging to which particular class. To know that scope resolution operator we will write. Okay, but the class also should recognize na, the class also should recognize, okay, this particular method belongs to me. Okay, how does class recognizes? Extern method, with the help of extern method only class recognizes its own function. Okay, by writing the extern method, what I'm trying to tell to the class is, see, there is some method called function void display. This one, function void display, which is written outside. Okay, that is extern means externally declared. Okay, this particular function is externally declared, so please consider this function as your member. Okay, extern I am writing to give the indication for the class. Scope resolution operator I am writing for giving the indication for the simulator. Both are different. Okay, by writing scope resolution operator, simulator can understand, okay, this method belongs to this particular class. By writing the extern keyword, class will recognize its function. Okay, so this difference is also very important. They will again ask in the interview, difference between scope resolution operator and extern method difference. Okay, and one more thing, extern method also helps us to for a good readability. How means, for example, if I open any random project. Ah, so this is one file, a random file. Okay. See, every function, see, it's almost, if I scroll, it is 77 lines of code. Okay. So all the functions, if I write inside, it will become messed up, right? Means if you just imagine this is not there. Okay, and everything I will cut and I will paste here inside the class. Okay, see how clumsy it is looking. Means to understand this code I have to sit for some 10-15 minutes and I have to go through the code. Then I will understand, okay, these many methods are there, this is a run phase, this is some other task, this is some other function, I will understand. If in case if I'm having the external concept, what I'll do, all the logic you simply write outside. Okay, all the logic just write it outside, and with the help of the extern keyword, call that method inside. See, within a fraction of seconds I can tell 1 2 3 4 5, totally 5 tasks, sorry, 2 tasks and 5 functions are available in this code. and whichever task I want, I can directly go there and I can study that. So like this, in with the with like this also extern keyword also helps for good readability purpose in the code. Okay, see, within the moment I open the code, I will be able to understand that how many methods are there. Simple. Okay, instead of writing everything inside the code, write everything outside and just using the text and keyword, call it. Okay, because in the industry, everyone are not working with all the codes. Okay, so if I am assigned the work of build phase, my colleague will be assigned the work of connect phase. Okay, why should I sit and study all the code? It's waste of time. Okay, my work is only build phase, I will check only the build phase. Getting my point? Okay, so like this, the extend keyword is utilized. Okay, and scope resolution operator 100% you should write so that simulator can understand this functions belongs to this particular class. Okay, yes. So that's about the extern and scope resolution operator. Okay. Okay, from now onwards, whenever you want to write the functions, if you have n number of functions, it's better that always you write it outside. Okay, when you write outside, 100% both scope resolution operator and extend method, definitely both will be utilized. Okay, it's not like, ma'am, I'll not use scope resolution operator. No, again it won't work. If you want to write the methods outside the class, 100% it is compulsory to use both extern method plus the scope resolution operator. Okay, yes. What did I give? Address and data values I have given and I have called it. That's it. Okay, yes. Now if you do not want this, remove and write everything inside only. Okay, when you want to write inside, the scope resolution is not required. That's it. Okay, this also will work. Okay, but it is not a good way of writing the program. That's it. Okay, you can write it everything. See, this is now also I got an output. See, okay, when you want to write the functions outside or methods outside, then only external or scope resolution operator will come into picture. Okay, so that's about the today's concept. Okay, so I'll stop the session here for today. Okay, tomorrow I will complete the mailbox and DPI concept. Okay, and then as I told, according to my plan, I will some slowly from Wednesday again I will give some relaxation time. Okay, like doubt clarification sessions I'll keep. I will keep a review. Okay, and simultaneously I will start the project. Okay, so we will complete all this week. Okay, again coming back to the next week, again we will go to the coverage assertions, and next week probably we will complete it. Okay, not completely, like till 28th or 29th next Sunday, till then I'll try to complete it. Okay, yes, because project explanation, what happens is I need just one or two classes is enough. Means lengthy session, if not lengthy session, at least two sessions, or two sessions at least I want, because step by step I have to explain. It's not like randomly I'm not explaining the files. Step by step topology, next what transaction output, next driver output, next monitor output, like this step by step if I have to explain, I need at least two sessions. 1 hour, 1 hour, or 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour, 3 hour session. Okay, so all these things this week only we will wind it off. Okay, so that all the major concept if I complete this week, next week you can have still extra time to clarify your all the doubts. Okay, yes. Okay then, so 1 minute, attendance, if anyone have joined late, just tell me. Jyoti is present. Yes, those who have joined late, watch the recording. Okay, Sheetal, Jayprakash, Gopi, Sudha. Gopi is present. Okay, and Sudha is not present. Yes, yes, Gopi, I have marked it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. So we'll connect again tomorrow at 1:30. Okay, 1:30 or 1:45. I'll tell the timings anyways. Okay. But please stay available from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. Okay. This time I'll not do late, because again UVM class also I will have to take, not 4 o'clock. Okay. So that's why early only I will try to finish your SV sessions. Okay. Yes. Thank you guys. Thank you.